The Kentucky Opioid Abatement Advisory Commission announced their grant awards here at the Capitol this morning. The money comes from Kentucky's portion of a $26 billion settlement with opioid companies for their involvement in exacerbating the deadly opioid crisis.
Today, we take another step toward hope, toward healing, toward ending the opioid epidemic in Kentucky.
The OAAC was created to ensure the Commonwealth would receive the maximum payment from the opioid settlement. House Bill 427 created the commission and allocates 50% of all proceeds to local governments, with the Commonwealth receiving the other 50%. The commission is responsible for distributing the Commonwealth's portion of the $842 million settlement.
The opioid crisis lingers, and it won't be defeated merely with these dollars. But for the first time in a long time, meaningful relief is here.
Thursday, more than $8 million in funding was awarded to 24 organizations to continue their efforts fighting the opioid epidemic.
So when you look at and survey the organizations that are here, they have all been resourced to meet those acute needs based on the collective feedback that we received from thousands. We aim to be responsive to what the people of this state expect of us, and I think we are off to a good start.
The OAAC says their goal is to announce the next round of funding sometime this fall. In Frankfort, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.